Hello, my name is Mr. Eaglehead. In this video we will talk about the 5 best jets and planes in this game. This is mostly based on these aircraft PvP abilities and their abilities to be a practical aircraft. Make sure to check out these damn good merchandise. This shit comes in shirts, hoodies, blankets, smartphone cases, and other shit. To be honest, I like the phone cases the most, but I use a flip phone so they are useless for my ass. Now with that bullshit out the way, let's get right into the first damn topic on this video. I had a hard time picking between this position and 4th place, but I picked the B11 Strike Force for this position. The B11 Strike Force was released in the same DLC with the fucking Oppressor MK2. This jet was wanted by a lot of players, but most of these players ended up being disappointed since the cannon wasn't nearly as powerful as its real-life version. This jet is very slow at low altitude, but it turns amazingly good. This makes the jet a crazily good dogfighter. It even turns better than most of the lighter aircrafts in this game. The B11 Strike Force comes with a missile barrage system that shoots out 7 missiles at a time. This is a rare weapon in the game. Only 2 other aircrafts have this weapon. Yes, the missile barrage is pretty nice, but it's only limited to 30 homing missiles. This is different from every jet in this game. The B11 Strike Force is the only jet that has limited homing missiles. Plus the cannon is weak as shit. Yes, you can kill ground targets, but it's much easier with the Hydra and laser, plus those vehicles can actually outrun Oppressor MK2 missiles at a low altitude. The B11 Strike Force has really good armor. It can survive up to 5 rockets, but like every other aircraft, this jet can be disabled with 1 explosive. This jet would lose control if the elevators or rudders get blown off. This jet would also start smoking after getting hit with 1 explosive. Eventually the jet will die when it starts smoking. The B11 Strike Force has a lot of good things like the missile barrage, good dogfighting abilities, and armor, but this jet lacks in so many areas that I couldn't put it in the 4th position on this list. This jet lacks speed at a low altitude, it can't outrun Oppressor MK2 missiles at a low altitude, and for what it is, the cannon is extremely underpowered. I really wish Rockstar would have made this jet like its real-life version. This should be based on its cannon, and not dogfighting. I like the fact of putting a missile barrage on a jet and making it a good fighter, but they should have given it a completely different design and not the design of the A-10 Warthog. The top speed at a low altitude should have been faster if it had another design too. I would have been completely fine with the top speed at a low altitude if the cannon was actually like an A-10 cannon or if the Pussy Bike MK2 didn't exist. Now, with all that bullshit out the way, let's look at the next damn topic in this video. Like I said earlier, I had a hard time picking this, but I put the Hydra in this position. You may think I'm fucking crazy for putting this ahead of the B11 Strike Force, but I got some good reasons. Let's just look into some facts about the Hydra first. The Hydra is really dangerous against ground targets with its hover mode and long-range cannon. You can basically use this shit like a savage with a long-range cannon when you get good in it. Yes, this aircraft is not good in dogfights since it functions like a heavy aircraft, but makes up with its ability to destroy ground targets easily. Unlike the B11 Strike Force, the Hydra can easily outrun Oppressor MK2 missiles at a low altitude. This is what put the Hydra above the B11 Strike Force. Plenty of players can easily use their Oppressor MK2 or have easy access to it. Having the ability to outrun these missiles is crucial at a low altitude if you like to do PvP or just want to survive without dying. The Hydra can dodge these missiles without a single damn problem with its insane speed. Yes, the Hydra lacks acceleration, but it has one of the highest top speeds out of any vehicle in this game, and this jet has a speed glitch, which can make it the fastest vehicle in the game. This speed glitch has been in the game for years. The Hydra can even outrun Oppressor MK2 missiles by just flying straight, and going left and right with the bumper buttons. Even for practicality, this jet is fucking amazing. You can easily land anywhere with its hover mode, plus this jet is incredibly easy to fly slow. Just like I mentioned in my other video, the Hydra is also easy to fly backwards with. The handling on the Hydra is pretty damn easy to use, but I won't recommend dogfighting in this aircraft. This jet is only good for destroying ground targets. This jet is far too heavy to dogfight with. You may get lucky if the other pilot sucks or if you catch him off guard. Now that we talked about the Hydra, let's look at our next damn topic. This was a pretty easy decision. Some may disagree with this second place, but I will tell you why I picked this one as third place. I picked the Pyro for this position. Just like the Hydra, this jet is known to be incredibly fast. In fact, this jet is known to be the fastest jet in this damn game. The Pyro can seat 2 players inside. No other jet in this game can seat 2 people in this game, unless you're talking about Volatile, but that thing is a fucking huge bomber. Back to the Pyro, this jet is known to be one of the best dogfighters in this game, but it lacks in its abilities to attack ground targets since it doesn't have cannons. Yes, this has unlimited firing homing missiles, but they are nothing like having cannons. The Pyro makes up for its lack of ground fighting with its dog fighting abilities. The problem with the Pyro is the learning curve. The rudders are incredibly strong, which makes the jet extremely twitchy and hard to use. The twitchy rudders are a pain in the ass when you're attacking ground targets and dogfighting, but they're incredibly useful in dogfights. You can avoid Oppressor MK2 missiles at any altitude with no problem. All you have to do is swipe between left and right to avoid the homing missiles. This jet is really practical as well. You can pretty much land this aircraft anywhere. It's pretty easy to fly slow in this aircraft. Of course it's not easy like the Hydra, but it's fairly easy. The Pyro is pretty small as well. This can make it pretty easy to land in tight areas. Now, with all that bullshit out the way, let's look at the next damn topic in this video. Many people believe this is the best jet in this game, but I put this one in second. It was actually a pretty hard decision, but I picked the P99 Six Laser for second place on this list. The laser is known to be a very good dogfighter. This jet can beat almost any aircraft in a dogfight, plus it's the easiest jet to fly in the game. This jet is probably not the best dogfighter, but it's damn easy to use and control. You can also perform some amazing tricks, even in dogfights. The laser is not only just good in dogfights, but it's really at attacking ground targets. No other jet on this list can do both of these easily. All the other jets have to sacrifice their ground fighting abilities for its dogfighting or vice versa. Luckily the laser is great in both worlds. This jet is not only just good in PvP, but it's extremely practical. You can get this vehicle for free at the military base without an issue. Yes, this jet can easily avoid Oppressor MK2 missiles. You have to fly in circles to avoid them easily. The laser is known to be really good at fighting Oppressor MK2 users since the laser gain altitude really fast and it has them powerful ass cannons. The laser is not fast like the Hydra by any means, but it accelerates extremely fast and it's still much faster than the B11 Strike Force. Now that we looked into that bullshit, let's look into our next damn topic in this video. This one should be very well known and expected. I picked the Starling as number 1 on this list. This is one of the hardest damn jets to control, but it's one of the best once you learn it. The Starling is the only jet with a rocket boost and it's the smallest jet in the game, which makes it a fucking hard target to shoot at. The Starling is the most agile jet in GTA 5 Online. No other jet can outmaneuver a Starling pilot with the same skill level. Even bad Starling pilots can be hard to kill, while bad pilots in other jets will be easy to take down since they are huge jets, and cannot move instantly like the Starling. The boost on the Starling gives it the ability to get out of bad situations incredibly fast. This jet is stored in your hangar when you purchase it. Customization includes countermeasures, armor upgrades, boost upgrade, homing missiles, handling upgrades and engine upgrades. I prefer the race handling since it makes the tightest turns. I recommend getting used to the race handling to use the Starling at its fucking full potential. There's a lot of fast jets in GTA 5 Online, but no other jet accelerates like the Starling. Even the Pyro and Laser can't accelerate as fast. The acceleration may be top-notch, but it has its drawback with its top speed and boost distance. This jet can use its full boost for nearly a minute and then need to recharge, or you can tap the boost and use it much longer. Even against ground targets this jet can be useful, but it takes a lot of skills. You can make yourself nearly untouchable against ground targets with this jet since it's so small. This jet may be hard to kill ground targets with, but unlike the other jets, players would struggle to high hell trying to kill you since the Starling is so damn small. Don't forget to check out the merchandise and make sure to hit that damn red button and you know about that like shit.